Something was happening, not the way that I had planned, but for which there was a reason. Gradually, a painting was forming before me, one that I was beginning to see. I began to understand that the puzzle pieces were coming together to form one huge picture, one which would become my dream. 1 year later, I enrolled in a different educational facility in a state academy of the arts. I thought that the studies would be better, but it ended up that they only taught conceptual arts without providing any foundation or classical knowledge. In the art history class, they only showed us modern artists from the 20th and 21st centuries, which portrayed in their works various perversions of a sexual nature. I understood that here we were, sitting for hours in an auditorium, listening to and looking at these things and being brainwashed. Students were being indoctrinated to a specific style and taste, or in actual fact, the lack thereof. Unfortunately, in all of that, the spiritual meaning behind the art was lost, and the only goal of the artwork was to shock the person, the public, and the audience who were looking at the piece of conceptual art. It was even better if this shock had a negative effect, which caused the audience to feel disgusted, or pain, or even the desire to look away. For us, it's really important what we see. Whatever passes through our eyes has influence on us. Therefore, the visual arts, like films and paintings, basically everything that we look at, has a direct influence on our soul, and that is what leaves a huge mark on us as a person. Therefore, that which we were brought up on and that which we show our children will be seen in the next generation. Our generation has a huge responsibility. What we are seeing is a depreciation in values, a breakdown of culture, and if now we lose the last remaining thing, our knowledge, culture, and values, then we'll have nothing left. When I was 19, I received a calling from God that was similar to that of David fighting Goliath. Goliath, to me, represented this enormous system of modern art which stated that everything we have learned regarding the classics is no longer interesting or in demand in this modern world. Not one gallery would buy those types of paintings, and you'd not become a popular artist if you created classical figurative art. However, as I understood, my calling from God was to open an educational facility that would present an alternative point of view, different from that which exists in Europe today. God performed a miracle. He gave me everything that I needed at that moment in time. Out of nowhere appeared people and friends who believed in me, who helped me, who supported me. Then along came teachers who believed in my idea and my dream. This academy, the Florence Academy of Russian Art, has two goals. The first goal, of course, is to provide a quality professional education. The second goal is to introduce and teach spiritual values. As we are believers, we share our faith and values with our students. As soon as we opened up our academy and were beginning to see success, problems, unbelievable responses and situations began to appear. Although we had difficulties, people trying to close our academy, not giving us visas because of an economic crisis in Italy, other individuals who lied to us, cheated us, or even robbed us. Even though all these things have happened, God continues to be faithful and has never left or abandoned us. Suddenly, we had a beautiful new villa from where we could now run our school. The villa provided us with a place that we could teach from. There are big classrooms, as well as additional rooms for students to live in. Also, an incredible collection of teachers came to us who are willing and able to share their knowledge with the students. We accept people with no previous knowledge or experience in the area of fine arts. And it's always a miracle when you look at how much these little chicks have grown in just 3 years to become artists. Artists who create their own paintings, and those paintings in turn are brought to different countries throughout the world. That which God showed me is becoming a reality. These birds are leaving the nest and flying to different parts of the world.